Now, the 7 a.m. News Hour, live on Fox Bangor.
Good morning, I'm Lindsay Mills in for Nicole Gerber this week.
And I'm Clay Gordon. Good morning. Here's what we've got for you today.
Just over 2 months has passed since the suspicious death of an infant, and now her family believes not enough is being done in the pursuit of justice.
Plus, Blue Hill Memorial Hospital is reinventing how it does things with the recent purchase of property and an announcement regarding staffing.
And Consumer Reports turns up the heat they check out with the dangers of portable space heaters.
Now, all that and more local news coming up, but first, here's meteorologist Jim Dickey with the weather.
A windy day on tap, but overall fairly pleasant. This morning's AccuWeather forecast brought to you by Quality Jewelers, 57 Washington Street, Penobscot Plaza in Bangor. In business for over 15 years, 5 in-store jewelers. Sonny LeClaire takes great pride in the custom pieces he designs, has a reputation for honesty and integrity. For buying the perfect gift or selling your silver or gold, it's Quality Jewelers. Taking a look across the region here, here's the frontal boundary that rolled through over the weekend. Still a couple showers lingering on down east. Those are about to depart out to the east as we speak here. So we'll be drying things out quickly, although as you look off to our west, more in the way of clouds building in. This is a pocket of cool air aloft that's going to slide overhead. That'll keep us cloudy off and on through the day, but the main story is this cool air mass that's settling in out of the north and northwest, so a cool day across the board. Most spots staying dry, and again, those winds kick up. 70 Eastport, 70 Machias as well. This is where early on we could see a spotty sprinkle holding on, but by the 10, 11 p.m. time frame, that's all out of here. 71 Ellsworth, Bucksport, Bar Harbor. We'll keep it at 70 in Waterville and Skowhegan, 70 in Augustin as well. Those winds continue to kick up as we track on through the day, 10 to 20 miles per hour. Not out of the question, gusts at times higher than that. 68 in Dexter, 69 your high in Lincoln. A cool sunny day, 61 with clouds and sun in Greenville, barely out of the 50s. 68 in Millinocket. Here in Bangor, a cool, breezy day, 70. Your daytime high, keeping it dry, a mix of sun and clouds throughout. And again, those winds do kick up as we track on through the morning into the afternoon. With that, a small craft advisory is in effect until 8 p.m. here tonight. Winds 10 to 15 knots at times, higher than that. Waves at 5 to 8 feet. Into the overnight, skies are clear. A cool night under this cool, dry air mass. Temps really able to fall off down to 46 for your overnight low. On into the day tomorrow, plenty of sunshine. We hit 70. Those winds gradually subside, and we do keep it dry. This high pressure builds in, dominates, and will continue to dominate. 7-on-3 exclusive AccuWeather 5-day forecast. Temps slowly climb, but keeping it sunny, keeping it in the 70s right on through Saturday.
Thank you, Jim. A Massachusetts man was injured in southern Maine over the weekend after he attempted to start his boat and then it exploded. It happened at Long Lake in Naples Saturday afternoon. Maine Warden Service officials say 31-year-old Carl Macchiando of Danvers, Massachusetts, was launched 20 feet into the air and then landed right on his face. He was transported to Bridgeton Hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Now, authorities say the explosion was likely caused by a couple of loose fuel lines in the boat from which gas was leaking into the hull. Now, he was the only person on the boat at the time.
The Maine Warden Service is investigating after a 1-year-old girl was injured while riding on a utility vehicle operated by her grandmother. It happened in Durham Friday afternoon while the pair were feeding horses at Celestial Farm. Officials say the girl, whose name has not been released, was playing with the access strap to a car seat buckled to a John Deere Gator utility vehicle when it became entangled around her neck. The strap then got caught under the rear tire, causing injury. Rescue crews from Durham and Freeport were called to the scene. The girl was taken to Maine Medical Center in Portland with non-life-threatening injuries.
Just over 2 months has passed since the suspicious death of Brooklyn Foster Greenaway, and now her family believes not enough is being done in the pursuit of justice.
Our Aaron Thomas was in Waterville where family and friends held a demonstration urging action.
Family and friends of Brooklyn Foster Greenaway lined Main Street in downtown Waterville, protesting who they feel has not been held responsible for the murder of the 3-month-old baby.
We feel that her mother needs to be charged for this. You know, the little girl, yes, you know, she needs to get severe help, but she was left in the mother's hands, not the child's.
On July 8th, Brooklyn was found dead in Amanda Heward's home, the mother of the 10-year-old girl being held responsible. Nicole Greenaway, Brooklyn's mother, says that her baby was drugged and suffocated. As for Amanda Heward, no charges have been pressed against her.
From my understanding, that something happened a couple of months prior to this with another child, and why she would allow another child to be around her daughter, and not let anybody be aware of that is wrong.
Family members asked for justice at this rally, urging the public to show support and help prove to the district attorney what the misconception may be.
The DA is not doing the rightful thing. He is refusing to sign the arrest warrant for the mother. And it's not fair. You know, why is he refusing this? He has all the evidence to this. And I'm sure he can see the evidence as much as the public can see the evidence.
Signs commemorated the infant, but also served to point out what they feel still needs to be done.
It was an innocent infant that died here. And the justice service system is not serving us right. They're taking it upon themselves and blaming a child for this. And we don't feel it's just the child should be blamed.
60 balloons were released into the air, remembering Brooklyn's life with hopes of letting her rest in peace. The 10-year-old girl is now in state custody and will appear in court in October. In Waterville, I'm Erin Thomas.
Thank you, Erin. Governor Paul LePage elevated a Maine Army Guard colonel to the rank of Brigadier General Friday. The Committee on Veterans and Legal Affairs approved Governor LePage's nominee, Colonel James Campbell, to serve as general. Now General Campbell, who joined the Maine Army National Guard in 1995, did nearly a decade of active duty service, where he held a number of positions.
He's an officer, he's a gentleman, he's a scholar of his profession, he's an airborne ranger, combat veteran. An exceptional father, husband. He represents the best of the Maine people. He's one of us, and we're really proud that he's our new Adjutant General.
Along with his promotion to Brigadier General, the governor also swore Campbell in as Maine's 40th Adjutant General and Commissioner of the Department of Defense, Veterans and Emergency Management.
He's responsible for our veterans, he's responsible for our preparation for man-made and natural disasters, as well as our senior military officer.
General Campbell holds numerous honors and decorations for his service, including the Bronze Star Medal and Meritorious Service Medal.
A new initiative launched in Augusta. It's a joint government and private sector effort to encourage safer disposal of needles and sharp materials.
Our Erin Thomas has more.
For tens of thousands of Mainers, using sharps or needles to control medical conditions such as diabetes, arthritis, and allergies can be an everyday occurrence. And when these used sharps aren't properly disposed, they can pose harm to family, janitorial, and solid waste staff.
With accidental needle sticks, we run a risk of blood-borne pathogens such as HIV, hepatitis B, hepatitis C, AIDS, and other infectious diseases.
Now the Department of Environmental Protection, along with the Maine Centers for Disease Control and other private sectors, such as Rite Aid, are kicking off a statewide campaign to help Mainers better protect the public and environmental health.
By taking some simple precautions, they can find ways to dispose of them in their household trash and never have to worry about hurting themselves or their loved ones.
By handing out brochures, putting up posters at Rite Aid pharmacies, and giving away safe needle storage containers, the campaign aims to raise awareness and knowledge of safe disposal.
There really isn't a lot of information out there for the folks that need to use the sharps at home, so we wanted to make sure that they had easy access to information.
It's a really good, safe program. It's a good awareness program, and best of all, we are going to be addressing an issue that it's an issue in many households around the state, how to safely discard sharps.
Throughout the month of September, and while supplies last, nearly 79 Rite Aid pharmacies across the state of Maine will be giving out these needle storage devices, which when full hold nearly 1,500 needles. In Augusta, I'm Erin Thomas.
Erin Thomas, thank you. Amid a changing healthcare system, Blue Hill Memorial Hospital is reinventing how it does things.
With the recent purchase of property and an announcement regarding staffing, the hospital has ruffled the feathers of some community members. Our Brittany Devane has that story.
While preparing the budget for 2013, administrators at Blue Hill Memorial Hospital realized that to hit their goal, staff size needed to be reduced.
Our plan is really multi-pronged in terms of trying to reach a sustainable budget. We don't want to have a budget that's balanced this year with our 2% margin and not be able to have it carry forward.
It was pretty apparent that we needed to restructure our workforce and downsize a bit, and the voluntary separation incentive is kind of a first step of doing that. It's a very soft approach.
That's where the voluntary separation incentive comes into play. Employees can apply for the program and, if accepted, receive a severance package. More importantly, they would avoid being laid off.
We want the voluntary program, hopefully, to create a win-win situation. A person who may be having thoughts about leaving our employment and see this as an opportunity to leave with a package that helps them move on to the things that they're wanting to do with the rest of their lives.
And although this might indicate Blue Hill Memorial is in a bad financial situation, a recent purchase of adjacent property proves otherwise. The hospital is in the planning stages for the new facility, but nothing has been set in stone yet.
We aren't interested in creating a medical industrial complex. We're interested in creating a healthcare system for the peninsula that meets their needs, blends into the community.
Now, a lot of these decisions are not popular within the community, but hospital administrators tell me they hear those concerns. A community meeting has been set up for September 18th at 6 p.m. at the Town Hall. In Blue Hill, I'm Brittany Devane.
And so to come here this morning, the Department of Inland Fisheries and Wildlife is using new techniques to count moose.
Details when we return. Stay with us. Welcome back. Motorcyclists in Maine are being encouraged to go pink before putting their bikes away for winter. It's all a part of a push to order specialty Maine breast cancer license plates. Representative Meredith Strang-Burgess, a cancer survivor, is behind the move. Officials are hoping to have many of these plates purchased before the season ends.
She focused her energies on a way to make a difference for not just herself, but for so many others who are touched by this disease. And I think her efforts, are in many ways representative of so many others who have been touched by this.
Now, the plates have undergone some changes. The old design featured a pink ribbon made from a motorcycle chain, which does not apply to modern motorcycles. So it was given a new look, depicting an actual ribbon. Proceeds from the plates will benefit cancer research and services right here in Maine.
The American Folk Festival may have come and gone too soon for many, but it now looks like nearly 100,000 people enjoyed that August weekend of music and culture. Festival officials are reporting that 90,000 visitors dropped in on this year's Folk Festival and collectively contributed over $130,000 in those identified buckets. That's the second highest total raise in the festival's history. Now, organizers say they could not be more pleased with the figures and were delighted that the weather was cooperative. And soon they'll get started on plans for the 2013's big weekend.
Former Bangor Mayor Larry Willey released a new study on potential budget savings for the Queen City. Friday afternoon, Willey spoke about his report entitled Restructuring Bangor's Budget, a Citizen's Approach. The former mayor says it articulates his vision for how Bangor should spend their tax dollars. He says the most troubling find is the undesignated fund balances, where he believes the city has too much money sitting on the side.
There are literally millions of dollars being held in this account that really, it's not necessary. It's really not fair to the taxpayers, yet we're having taxes going up when this fund keeps expanding.
For more information on that report, visit larrywilley.com.
Beale College in Bangor announced a new program geared toward a technical trade necessary for many main jobs. Beginning on October 29th, Beale College will offer a nationally accredited program in welding technology. The course will accommodate 56 students in a brand new state-of-the-art welding lab currently being built at the Farm Road campus. The program aims at providing the type of education necessary to fill many empty job positions right here across the Pine Tree State.
They're going to get all the skills necessary that they'll need to become entry-level tradesmen. They'll be able to go out into the workforce and become successful.
Well, I want to try and land myself a job at Chimbro, being a flyer, which they fly you all over the country doing different welding jobs and stuff like that. And I think it'd be fun to get out there and see different things in the country and what they do.
Enrollment is now open for the course, and financial aid is available for those who qualify. And of course, for more information, you can check out bealecollege.edu.
Summer may almost be over, but New Englanders are still at risk when it comes to mosquito-borne viruses. Health officials want to alert the region that West Nile virus is still a threat to those who take to the outdoors in the coming weeks. The virus has already been reported in Maine, and it can be can present symptoms ranging from mild flu-like to more severe and even death. Officials say when heading outside, it's important to apply bug spray and cover up as much as possible.
Wish those things would just die already. Well, the Department of Inland Fisheries and Wildlife is using new techniques in order to more accurately estimate Maine's moose population. This year's officials believe 76,000 moose will grace the Pine Tree State. This estimation is believed to be more accurate than in previous years thanks to a new double count aerial survey that you can see right there. That's where two researchers report the number of moose observed while flying over terrain in a helicopter. Assistance from the Maine Forest Service and funds from the federal Pittman-Robertson Fund make this new method possible.
Definitely some cool video there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Still to come here this morning, there are new safety alerts to many popular portable space heaters sold.
We'll check in with Consumer Reports after the break, but first, here's your job of the day.
Welcome back. Sales of portable space heaters start to take off this time of year, but be aware space heaters can be dangerous.
They cause around 1,700 house fires a year and some 70 deaths. And Consumer Reports has an important safety alert on one widely sold heater.
Consumer Reports just tested 19 portable electric heaters. Peter Sawchuk checked to make sure they have adequate safeguards. This test assesses whether the overheat sensor shuts the heater off before it poses a fire risk. With this Optimus space heater, the sensor did not activate in time. The test fabric caught fire in a matter of minutes. The Optimus heater also failed a second test. In this one, a folded cloth that simulates a drape was placed on it. Like most heaters, the Optimus carries a warning: risk of fire, keep combustible materials such as furniture, paper, clothes, and curtains at least 3 feet away.
Drapes and fabrics can easily contact any heater in a typical home, and this one was the only electric heater to ignite the fabric in our test.
Because of the potential risk of fire, Consumer Reports judges this heater a don't buy safety risk. It's the Optimus model H5210. Consumer Reports also uses an infrared sensor to measure surface temperatures. The bar on this heater gets hot enough that it could burn you if you grab it. It's the Sunbeam space heater model SQH310. Other tests measure performance in a chamber outfitted with temperature sensors. Testers measure how quickly each heater can comfortably warm a room. In the end, Consumer Reports named this $40 Holmes portable heater a Best Buy. It's model HFH436. It passed all of Consumer Reports safety tests and can quickly heat up a room. This is James Andrews.
Consumer Reports contacted Optimus, and test results the company provided show a potential safety problem with the H5210 heater.
Now, a spokesperson says the company has fixed models manufactured in 2012. The heaters Consumer Reports tested 2011 models, and they were purchased earlier this summer. Consumer Reports is asking the Consumer Product Safety Commission to recall the Optimus H5210, and it urges anyone who owns the heater to stop using it and ask the retailer for a refund.
Well, you might need one of those space heaters today after some of the cooler weather we've had.
And so it's just going to get a little bit cooler now, and here's meteorologist Jim Dickey with a look at today's weather forecast.
A cool and breezy but fairly pleasant day on tap. This morning's AccuWeather forecast brought to you by Quality Jewelers. 57 Washington Street, Penobscot Plaza in Bangor. In business for over 15 years, 5 in-store jewelers. Sonny LeClaire takes great pride in the custom pieces he designs, and he has a reputation for honesty and integrity. For buying that perfect gift or selling your silver or gold, it's Quality Jewelers. Frontal boundary that brought showers and thunderstorms throughout the weekend, that continues to move its way out to sea. Cooler air continues to filter out of the north and west with that. We see these clouds building in out of Quebec and Ontario. This is the pocket of cool air aloft that fueled all of this rainfall. That'll be sliding its way overhead as we head through the day. With that, mix of sun and clouds, and winds will kick up as well. This is this high pressure starting to build in, and still a strong area of low pressure associated with this frontal boundary. So breezy here, cool, but most spots staying dry. Down east, a lingering shower early on, that quickly drying out as we head through the morning. 70 Eastport, Machias, 65 in Baileyville, 71 sunny in Ellsworth, Bar Harbor, 71 under mostly sunny skies in Belfast as well, 70 on the nose. Mostly sunny skies, Skowhegan, Waterville, Augusta, mixed to sun and clouds, Dexter, Pittsfield, Lincoln, temps upper 60s, lower 70s. Cool in Greenville, only at 61 here under sunny skies, barely escaping the 50s. 68 with sunshine in Millinocket. Overall, a fall-like day here. Again, a bit breezy as we head through the day. A cool one. Mix of sun and clouds throughout. High climbs to 70 degrees overnight. Skies clearing, and we'll fall to a chilly 46 as we're in a dry air mass, clear skies. It really allows those temperatures to fall off. Marine forecast, small craft advisory is in effect until 8 p.m. With those winds gusty at times, again 10 to 15 knots, gusts higher than that out of the northwest. Waves at 5 to 8 feet. Now stepping on through exclusive AccuWeather 5-day forecast, high pressure builds in, and that high pressure is going to dominate right on through the rest of the week, right on into the upcoming weekend. So sunny at 72 Tuesday. Temps slowly rebound. You especially see that the overnight lows here, 48 Wednesday night, 50s Thursday, Friday, back to 72 and sunny on Saturday.
Thank you, Jim. Now, as always, we'd like you to join the conversation on Facebook and Twitter, and you may see your comment up here on the air.
All right, we'll be back after the break. Welcome back. It was a festival of hot dogs this past Sunday, but not the kind you put ketchup, mustard, and relish on. It was the 9th annual Maine Wiener Fest on the Belfast waterfront. Nearly 700 people from all across the state came out to enjoy a fun Dachshund and Dotson-filled day with long-haired, short-haired, wire-haired, minis, and dogs of all ages. The festival brought out more than 300 wiener dogs.
What fun, and a lot of information gets passed from dog owner to dog owner and that sort of thing. So it's got a little substance to it as well.
The event kicked off with a dog parade, followed by a costume contest and even a gourmet hot dog sale. As well, there were wiener dog races with 27 heats of dogs competing.
So the wiener hot dogs in that as well. I didn't know where you were going with that tease to start it off, but how cute are those dogs?
They are adorable.
They could barely run around. They can, right?
I guess. Who knows?
I always wanted a wiener dog. Those are they're so small.
You can carry them everywhere.
You can fit them in overhead compartments.
That's unsafe.
I mean, on an airplane, you want to keep them secured.
I guess. Better than in the cargo underneath the plane.
Well, still to come in our next half hour here on Fox Bangor. We check in with Cindy Michaels as she reviews Bradley Cooper's new movie, The Words.
Keep it right here on Fox Bangor.